And good morning. Welcome to part 2 of Notre Dame Day 2024. We are in hour 6 of the broadcast. We'll be live from the Duncan Student Center for the next 4 hours. I'm Bob Montgomery from the CBS affiliate here in South Bend, WSBT 22. My co-anchor in the mornings, Leanne Tokars, will be joining us in just a few moments. We have a jam-packed hour ahead. So we're kicking off this 6th hour with a very special guest joining us on Notre Dame Day. In fact, a year ago, just a month and a day into his role as the Glenn and Stacey Murphy head coach of the Notre Dame men's basketball squad. Since then, Micah Shrewsberry has coached his first full season with the Fighting Irish and enters the offseason with a lot of momentum building toward next season. Coach Shrewsberry, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks
Happy
for being
to be
with us.
here.
Yeah, I appreciate you dropping by. It's nice to meet you formally in person here. First season under your belt. How are you feeling?
I feel really good. I also feel like the first season has never ended. It's just been a whirlwind since, we said a year ago, I was here for the first time waiting to coach the first game. And now that momentum is still carried on. So, I'm ready for year 2 already.
Yeah, so obviously every program has its challenges in the offseason. Anything sticking out for you right now?
There's a lot of change that's going on in college basketball. There's a lot of kind of nonstop that's happening, but I love it. Like you have to adjust to the times, and you got to keep it rolling the best that you can, and that's what our plan is. That's what we're trying to do every day.
That sounds good. So one of the people you have, we hope is coming back, Marcus Burton. He's a local product from Penn High School and all-star. I'd say he had a pretty good year. ACC Rookie of the Year that qualifies as a really good season. Talk a little bit about what it's like nurturing a player of not just Marcus, but of Marcus's caliber and the type of player you want to bring here to the University of Notre Dame.
Yeah, Marcus is a great example of kind of the players that we want to bring here. He is passionate, and it shows in his play on the court. He's passionate about the game of basketball. He's passionate about his teammates. He also loves representing his hometown. And I know he is a proud Penn alum, but he gets to put on the Notre Dame jersey, and that's something that he's been dreaming of his whole life.
So you put the X's and O's aside for at least a little bit, and you put on your recruiting hat. You go out and you look for players like a Marcus Burton, and you try to find, obviously, someone who's going to impact the floor, impact the game, and bring more W's, but you're also looking for that student athlete who's going to impact the university, aren't you?
I do. What we're looking for is people that fit this university and people that are going to be a part of it, right? The entire university, the whole experience. And what we look for is, obviously talent, right? You have to have talent to play at this level, but people that fit our values, right? We're always talking about those values in our program: unity, passion, servanthood, thankfulness, humility, accountability. I think all those things help you as a basketball program, but they also help you in life long after basketball's over.
What is your sales pitch to some of these guys who you really want to land?
I think, first and foremost, you're going to get one of the greatest educations that you're going to get, right? The Notre Dame name stands alone in terms of what this school can do for you. But after that, the relationships, the people that you meet, the people that you come across here, everybody that can help you, we really sell that. We really push that. Yes. And then the basketball side of it, what we're doing, we play a unique style of play, which I think you'll see more of this year, where it's, kind of an NBA style that gets you ready for, if you want to play beyond here, we kind of try and give you a head start.
Yeah, really, year one, you're just trying to implement your system, and now you're really trying to get it ingrained in the guys, aren't you?
We are. Having some continuity really helps, right? There's not as much thinking from year 1 to year 2. Having the chance to just say what a drill is, and you have a good amount of people on your team that know what it is and can get to it right away. So we still teach the details. We have to be a detail-oriented group, but there are some things that you can not spend as much time talking about because it's already ingrained. Now you can move on to the finer points of what we need to do offensively and defensively.
Now, you do have another player you're somewhat familiar with, has the same last name on your back of his jersey, and he's really had a phenomenal year as well. Talk about what it's like to coach your son, and talk about what it's like to be his dad.
I think coaching him, if it was all if I told you it was all rainbows and gumdrops, I'd be lying to you, right? Like, you know, it's a unique experience. I don't think that people ask me all the time about it, and I don't think we really understand what's happening because we're both locked into trying to make Notre Dame the best that it can be. I think down the line, we'll probably look back and like, hey, that was a pretty cool experience. But right now, it's like, man, let's try and get wins. Let's try and get to the NCAA tournament. But you know, I was going to say, coaching him, like he is a kind of the epitome of what you want. Like he was all academic ACC this year, and he's really one of the hardest workers that we have in our program.
So what's it like when you're home? Are you coach or are you dad?
I am definitely dad, right? Like we're both super competitive. So if we were coach and player at home, it would not go well. So, as soon as practice is over, as soon as we leave the lines, it's back to being dad because, my wife would kill me if he wouldn't come home for dinner every night.
Yeah, I can understand that. But, of course, he's not your only child. You have to be dad to other children in your house. And, of course, you mentioned your wife, be a good husband as well. That's a delicate balancing act sometimes, especially during the season. It's
a really delicate balancing act. Like, even now, as the off season has really picked up, sometimes you get overwhelmed with those things. So my wife, Molly, is a rock star. Like, without her, like, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. And, like, the way that she can really balance everything for me and allow me to do this, allow me to spend so much time. I spend more time with other people's kids than I do my own sometimes, right? But that's part of the job that we do. And I wouldn't be able to do that without my wife, Molly.
Well said. You can sleep inside tonight instead of sleeping in the garage. I think she gets your stamp of approval. Coach Micah Shrewsberry, thanks very much for being with us. Pleasure to meet you. Best of luck to you next year.
Thank you, guys.
Of course.
If I leave here without saying hi to Karen Westlake, Sarah Fuda, and Charlotte Lewis, I would lose my job. So
okay.
Good to see you, girls.
Consider it done. Coach, thanks very much. We appreciate your time.